It's your boy, Honky Kong himself, Mickey Smalls, Gerard Michaels, coming to you live from Podcast Junkies here in beautiful Boca Raton, Florida. And to my right, as always, at 6'3", 200 pounds, and every one of them is a problem, the master of punks, the tamer of sages, the CEO of the RNC, and the king of the ring himself, Slick Mickey G, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, Uncle Brother, best friend G? How the fuck are we doing, dude?
I'm doing great.
How are we doing?
Yo, came back from Dallas, did a whole week in Dallas, did me some square dancing, or as I like to call it, the redneck roller skating. Man,
okay.
Cowboy Red Rocks. If you are ever in Dallas, Texas, you need to check out Cowboy Red River. Cowboy Red River. Oh my God. The ugliest woman in there is the hottest chick I ever hooked up with. This place is unreal. Unreal, yeah. Unreal. Cowboy Red River. Carolina and me, we played the Arlington Music Hall. And I got to tell you, outside of our live show, this is the most Slick and Thick fans have ever showed up. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for coming out. That was incredible. Couldn't believe how many of you guys showed up. What an incredible feeling playing a theater in front of you people. Just wish Slick could have been there, man.
Hell yeah.
How was your weekend, brother?
Man, it was good. I bought back to Jersey. I've been training like a mug. And why don't we tell the fine people where we're going tomorrow, where their next two podcasts are going to be coming from?
Next two podcasts are coming live from Yo no soy el que feo. I don't know. I think I tried to. I tried it.
Insert Narcos theme here.
Insert Narcos theme. We're coming from Medellin, Colombia.
Medellin, Colombia.
Yes.
My friend.
Slick and Thick takes over Empire MMA.
That's right.
Empire MMA. They love Mick so much, they brought him back. Empire MMA. Medellin, Colombia. It's going to be absolutely insane. Mick's picks. Big weekend for your boy. Big weekend for your boy.
Big weekend for your boy here, too. Kid went 4-0.
4-0?
Unbelievable.
I feel like you picked the Bills. I feel like I picked the Jags and you picked the Bills.
Well, no. We in the full thing, but in like our 5 official picks.
I convinced you.
I've had a few. No. I've had some when we picked the whole what do you call that? The whole table.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yep. We pick every single game.
Sure.
Of course, I had some losses in there. Can't get 16 games right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Unless you're me. I think I went 10-1.
Can't expect all of that, but in the 4 games that mattered, the kid fucking delivered. My lock of the week, even though it broke my heart to do it, was Miami over the Giants.
Easiest 10-point lay of all time.
You know that
of all time.
It hurt me to do so.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was obvious.
Yeah.
Actually, you were a big part of that when you said our rookie cornerbacks trying to cover those 2 receivers, Waddle and Tyreek.
Yeah.
When I guess Tyreek isn't even the fastest guy on that team now.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
It's nuts.
A-Chain's fast as hell. Mostert runs like a banshee. Yeah. I knew that was going down.
I didn't expect San Francisco to put it on.
I gotta talk to Nat. She had me taking Arizona.
Oof, over the.
You can literally hear me in the thing saying
I'm riding with the Bengals 4 weeks in a row.
And then on the graphic it says I got Arizona. Unbelievable.
I threw Nat a couple extra bucks. I had to catch up in the standings a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
But you know the funniest part is Antonio knows nothing about American football. Did better in his picks than Christos did.
Christos is being a little contrarian. He was like, nah, dude, the Rams are gonna beat the Eagles. Nah, dude. I think these guys are gonna beat these guys. Easy pick. I got the Giants.
Yeah, there she is. There's Nat. What's going on?
Nat, what are you sandbagging me for?
I think that may have been not me who made that graphic.
Yeah, all right. That makes sense. I was gonna say Nat would never forsaken me.
Yeah.
But I was right.
You guys got it, and I so don't follow football, but I have what I think I gathered. Dolphins, Lions, Eagles, Bengals, Chiefs, and 49ers all won, and you guys all picked us.
Boom!
Know what I'm saying?
And
bang, bang!
Bills, Ravens, Texans, and Patriots, some of you guys picked, and those were not.
No. I picked the Texans, and they lost by 2, and the line was 2.5. So bang.
So bang.
Bang.
Gotta remember them lines, girl.
Come on, baby. You gotta pay the boy. This is why, I'm not even in this good of a mood when I get laid over the weekend. I'm in this good of a mood when I get paid over the weekend.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Well, we got some exciting news for mixed picks.
Not yet.
No?
From Medellin.
From Medellin, we're gonna drop the big news.
From Medellin.
All right.
Yes.
All right. We'll hold off.
We'll hold off.
But yeah, we got some big news coming up for you guys. We got some fun stuff coming up.
Big
for you
time
guys.
fun stuff. And that, because we have fun stuff, I got to bring the show all the way down to a grinding halt. You were talking about training over the weekend, and one of the very first people I thought about when the news over the weekend broke in the Gaza Strip was the great David Adif.
Right.
And the poor people of Israel, Palestine, Ukraine, Russia, Afghanistan, soon to be Taiwan. This world is trying to light itself on fire. The powers that be, Mick, they're trying to get this thing going. And my message to the people is, I've been thinking about this all weekend, because we had to do a show. We did a show on Saturday, 1 hour after the news broke, and you could feel the tension in the theater, man.
Really?
Yeah, and we're talking about Dallas, Texas. Not a lot of Middle Eastern Jews or Palestinians were in the audience here, and still, because people are starting to feel, I feel like the wall's closing in. And that's not wrong. My people, you have been living through psychological warfare, propaganda warfare, information warfare, financial warfare, biological warfare. This has been happening all around us. You're not crazy. They're gaslighting you into thinking it's normal to pay $200 for groceries that were $50 3 years ago. It's normal to have to pay $70 to put your gas tank full. It's not normal. Nothing that's happening now is normal. You're being lied to constantly. Nothing that's happening in our government is normal. It was the first time in the history of the United States Congress that a Speaker of the House was removed by his own party. Nothing. Lord.
It's a damn shame.
Lord. Yeah, it's so funny you said that too, because I went to a store. I bought something for the show on Saturday, and then I tried to kind of be a scumbag and bring it back to the store on Sunday. And it said that the store was open at 10 on the website, but then I show up and the store's not open till 12, understaffed, and I was like, Lord, the dollar ain't shit.
Dude, going to the airport.
Brutal.
They got like
one
six,
TSA lane.
Yeah, exactly. 6 of these machines and these lanes, one open.
Mm-hmm. Took me 55 minutes to get through
it's
TSA.
It's like they're trying to make you be like, fuck this.
Yeah.
So I would carry my big thing of water, which I lost. R.I.P.
No.
That's why I got a substitute over here. But
R.I.P. the Mickey Gallon.
Yeah, the Gallon. But I went and I went to the lady because I go up to like the bar to get it filled up with water. You know, I charm her with my smile. I say, I compliment, hey, you know what I mean? Get my little water fill.
Hey, can I get my water fill?
Yeah, exactly. And I brought it up to her, and she started just rambling. She started being like talking about all the bullshit too. That she's like, yeah, no, they hate us. Like the people who work the concessions and shit like that. Mm-hmm. Like they hate us because we got a union. Like it seems like the airports are real fucking like pimps.
Oh yeah, bad.
You know, like the airlines.
Yeah, and part of the prices, like Pete Buttigieg, our transportation secretary czar, whatever the hell. You know, he's like, well, he's blaming capitalism for the prices, and sure, whatever. But the airlines got a $100 billion bailout 3 years ago, and that's our tax money, and the prices have gone up 300%. It's 3 times more expensive to fly.
And they're giving you less. They're giving you less. Like you got to pay for a carry-on now. You got to pay for
shrinkflation.
For this. They got $17 water bottles.
Yeah. Well, come to find out.
You know what I mean?
Come to find out. Did you know the government charges those airliners rent for those terminals? So like if you're American Airlines and you want to use Terminal A at Newark Airport, they charge you like $100,000 a day or some shit. I don't know those numbers. You're going to kill me in the comments. Look it up yourself. Google yourself, you lazy motherfuckers. Or Nat, just go ahead and do it. But the government, who gave them our money and then they charges them to be there. And it's ran by the Port Authority of New York, New Jersey. You want to talk about like the fucking old triple reverse Uno here.
Yeah, for real.
You know, hey, you got to pay. You got to pay them because they need the money. Otherwise, you can't fly, okay? I want to fly now. Yeah, you got to pay me. Okay, cool. But hey, I got to pay them so that we can fly out of here. What the fuck? I only got 2
you're
pockets,
coming out
man.
Of your pocket each
it's
time.
wild. It's a scam. The whole damn thing's a scam, and it's falling apart. And now everybody sees it's a scam, and that's why they're like, all right, blow it up.
So apparently, a big airline with a lot of gates can pay like $400,000 a month, but a smaller airline with only one gate pays about $90,000 a month.
That's crazy. That's crazy that they're paying that money. We paid them to pay the government? The government paid the airlines to pay the government? People getting fucked. You know, did you watch any of this happen did you watch any of the news coverage for what was happening with the Palestine, the Hamas attack?
Honestly, I saw a little bit. I'm like super conflicted in it. Just because this has been a conflict going on for such a beginning of time. I have a good friend, my boy Johnny, who's in Israel right now, who's fighting. You know, he got called into the reserves.
So people don't know, he just won his first MMA fight.
Yeah.
And now he was just called back.
He
from
went
America.
back to go just, spend a little time, make a little money, see his family and shit. Now he got called back. He was supposed to be coming back soon. So, our thoughts were all with him, But at the same time, man, and like how you mentioned David. But this is like it's got to be so nuanced and old. I almost don't even want to like touch on it. My personal bias is with Israel. Apparently this is a terrorist group.
Hamas.
Yeah. That is doing shit, but I feel like it's a little too nuanced for me.
Sure.
To really talk about.
So the 60-second history on this is after World War II, because of the Nazis' decimation of the Jewish population across Europe, there was all of these displaced Jewish descendants, the diaspora, and really Britain and America now the new world power, knew that they needed to get a foothold in the Middle East because now it was a petroleum race between the United States and the USSR. So they created Israel as a place for all these displaced Jews to go.
After World War II.
Yes, but also as a base at the Mediterranean for us to have access to.
Good piece of real estate.
Good piece of real estate.
And yeah, my thing is like, I got Palestinian friends and I have Israeli friends. I got friends on both sides, and I sympathize with both. I know there's good people on both sides.
There's good people on both sides. Yeah, and there's bad people on both sides.
Then, yeah.
I think actually to that point, one of my favorite intellectual dark web influencers, if you will, the head of Black Guns Matter, Maj Touri. You can pull this up if you can. Had a great tweet, and he said, "I have Muslim friends, I have Jewish friends. I want the death to stop on both sides, and American tax dollars to have zero to do with any of it.
Amen.
If you feel some type of way that I'm balanced, consistent, and good with calling out the goofy shit on both sides, while recognizing the U.S. government is playing fast and loose with murder for military-industrial complex reasons, you're welcome to unfollow me." Good for you, Maj. Trying to get you on the pod, but you're never down here in Florida. Maj Touri, Black Guns Matter, great dude. Here's the thing, man. A lot of times people can one of two things happens when the world starts lighting itself on fire like this. People either get panicked or they get complacent. They either paralyze themselves with fear or they just don't care, turn off to the world. Both of those things you can't do. All right, you got the micro and the macro, and you have to attack both, right? In the micro, you got to live your day-to-day life. Live your day-to-day life. This is a great opportunity for you to become the best version of yourself, okay? Take that trip that you've been putting off. Hit on that girl that you've been afraid to. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. All right, the last 2 years, you think
amen to that. Tomorrow's never promised.
You think that this
shit
is 6,000 miles away and it ain't going to happen? Well, for 2 years, we've been letting military-aged men just walk through our borders. Walk through. There could be cells anywhere. And listen, the people are in my inbox talking about, I can't believe you're not calling this what it is, a psyop, a false flag. Maybe it is, guys. Maybe it is. I think it's fishy that the Ukraine has been at war for 2 years and we don't have any footage of violence. We don't have any battles on camera. But Hamas puts all these war crimes on camera. They're raping people and stealing women and children on camera day one, so everybody knows who the bad guy is. Sure, Sure, that's fishy to me. But I don't think that those are crisis actors. Do I think that 9/11 is fishy? I do. I also think 3,000 people fucking died. Right. So you can't change anything on the geopolitical scale. But my people, I've been trying for 3 years to show you the red flags. I've been trying for 3 years to tell you they're doing this. They're lying to you. They're manipulating you. They're moving another piece on the board. They're moving another piece on the board. I need you in the macro to understand that it is not paranoid to be prepared. This is an opportunity for self-evaluation.
Just because I'm paranoid don't mean there's people not after me.
Just because I'm paranoid doesn't mean there ain't people.
You know what I'm saying?
Who said that? That's perfect.
Customato.
Customato, just because I'm paranoid don't mean they ain't coming. It's the truth. Listen, you have the Second Amendment now. You might not have it in the future. Get yourself strapped. When you get strapped, go to the range. Learn how to use this. Tactical training. If I'm sitting here telling you to hit the gym and do cardio, you know shit's real. Lord. Yo, you gotta be mobile and hostile. You cannot be a low-hanging fruit. Low-hanging fruit gets plucked. I'm telling you, people. What happens if the power goes out? What happens if there's no Wi-Fi? What do you do to protect you and yours in this worst case scenario? Have you thought about it? Have you considered it? How long could you and yours survive if the power went out tomorrow? If they closed the roads and locked you down tomorrow, how long can you and yours survive?
Hey, stay ready so you don't got to get ready.
Stay ready,
you know,
so you don't got to get ready.
That's what we say about fighting. Stay in the gym, stay ready. An opportunity could come up, you got to fight, short notice.
Yep.
You'll be like, oh, I'm too heavy. I can't do it.
Yep.
Oh, I haven't been training. Can't do it.
Can't do it.
Get fucking ready.
Yeah, you know what that's called? They're going to catch you slipping.
Yeah.
Don't get caught slipping, man.
And in my business, you can choose, nah, I'm not ready. I ain't gonna fight. And what we're talking about here, you're going to have to step up.
Got to step up. And you know what?
What are you going to do, just perish?
Maybe. Well, you know what they'll probably do? You'll be in a position where you have to do whatever they tell you to do because you have no other options. You've presented yourself with no other options. You have to do what you're told. They tell you to get on this fucking train, you get on the train. Because what do you got? What do you got here?
No.
Nah, I can't. No. Nope. Thomas Massey, all right? The sitting representative, maybe the last man in Congress actually doing his job, I believe from Kentucky, with an unbelievable tweet. This is a sitting congressman, all right? The virus was created by the government. The vaccine was funded by the government. Manufacturers are indemnified by government. Mandates were forced by government. Lies were spread by government. Truth was censored by government. Woo. I will vote for less government. So
Amen
remember that when the government comes and says, I'm here to help.
Yeah.
When the government says, get on this train, you're going to go to a safety camp, a Rainbow Unicorn Black Lives Matter camp. Good fucking luck. One more time. This is a sitting member of Congress. This is a person inside the government. Remember the movie Scream?
Yeah.
The calls coming from inside the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
The virus was created by government. The vaccine was funded by government. Manufacturers are indemnified by government. Mandates were forced by government. Lies were spread by government. Truth was censored by government. I will vote for less government. The government is going to come and save you from a war the government is funding, agitating. You got to be your own cavalry. Perpetuating. Yep. The cavalry ain't coming. You got to be your own cavalry, people. Don't get caught slipping. Those poor people, those poor women pulled from that rave, that festival, dancing after their religious holiday. Don't let it be you, man.
That shit makes me fucking sick, man.
Don't let it be you.
That shit makes me sick.
We can't get caught slipping, people.
That's all, you can't defend that shit.
Well, I'm telling you, live your life.
There's nothing I could defend about that shit. Fuck those people.
Oh yeah, but if somebody at that rave should have been gadded up.
Yeah, should have been armed.
Somebody at that rave should have been prepared. People. You know, hey, it's better to be a warrior in the garden, man. You know, let them call you crazy. Let them call you crazy that you stockpiled 6 months worth of food.
Yeah.
And then let them beg you. And then let them beg you for the food.
Yeah.
You know, It's one, like, guys,
They're going to be asking you for cans of soup. You're going to be sitting on a lot of soup.
listen, one thing athletes do probably better than anybody else, other than maybe doctors and stockbrokers, is they understand trends. They understand tells. Athletes watch video. And when they watch video, they pick up tendencies. Why do you think Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback of all time, with 100,000 snaps under his belt, is watching 10 hours of video on his upcoming opponent? Because they do things the same as other people have done them. He says, every time the safety creeps up, I know they're going one high. I'm going deep. So when he sees it in the game, he said, well, safety's creeping up. And that's what made him the best of all time. Understanding tendencies, seeing what people are doing, being able to react to them. That's what history is, folks. These plays have been run before. These plays have been run before. Understand? Listen, what is the worst that happens if you start preparing for the worst eventuality? It doesn't happen? Great! Great!
Yeah.
Great! We don't want a worst case scenario, but damn it, if we are in a worst case scenario, man, part of the problem, and this is the last I'm going to say on it, we're history's rich kids. We're trust fund babies. We've grown up with such prosperity.
Hard times make hard men. And that whole little segment,
You know,
right?
I think it was Alex Hermosi. I don't want to give him credit. It was either him or the guy Williamson. Somebody said something about that I think was even better. He said, hard times don't create strong men. Strong men are just valued in hard times. The strong men are always there. Just nobody values them until the time gets hard.
Yeah, till shit hits the fan.
Till shit hits the fan. That's interesting, right? And I think part of this is like, listen, I know that this is probably negative Nancy shit for a lot of people. No, this is good. This is our chance to show that we're more than just history's rich kids, that we're more than just trust fund babies, all whining and complaining about our slice of the inheritance. This group got more than this group. This color got screwed. We're all rich. If you're in America, you're rich. The poorest person in America lives the technological luxuries of a fucking king 300 years ago. The king of England in the 1800s did not have air conditioning. We didn't have indoor plumbing until the 19th century in most of Europe. Guys, we've been arguing and bickering within the family like we've been playing a big game of secession, right? Succession, not secession, right? The fucking HBO thing. But now's our chance. Step up to the fucking plate. Now's our chance to handle our fucking business. Become the best version of you. Become worthy of the sacrifices our forefathers made to leave us this fucking great nation, this opulence, this safety that we've taken for granted, that the whole rest of the world is so fucking jealous of that they're trying to destroy it. This is our moment. And it's not too late, but it's getting late.
I got something. What if, so let's say someone's listening to this and they're like, damn, I am that rich kid. I am soft. I am, what would you advise them to do to fucking man up, harden up, grow up, become a man, and be that type of person that even if they're a little bit brainwashed and thinking, no, it's I'm virtuous because I'm this, I'm not, I'm blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? How can they really harden up and be that man that on the inside they really want to be? Well,
that's a great question. One, I would say things that you've taught me a lot of about personal accountability, about just doing the right thing every day. It's not about doing the that next right move that you talk about. That next best thing. Move. That's a great thing in the micro. Because you think of the macro and you're like, this is happening and this is happening. What if China goes into Taiwan? The macro
could be overwhelming.
You can't do shit about that.
Yeah.
What's your next best move?
Right.
I love when you did that. The next best move. What can you do today?
Yeah.
First thing I think is take a harsh self-evaluation. If shit hit the fan, could I fight right now? And if I can't fight, could I get away?
Right. Like
it's fight or flight. Can I get out of my condo and hold it down with other people? Because I love my patriot rednecks. Oh, they ain't gonna bring that shit around here, cuz. Yeah, they are. They'll drone strike your ass, just because you've got, you could have 150,000 shotgun shells, Jimbo. You ain't got a predator drone.
Yeah.
You need to have a community. The lone wolf shit ain't gonna work, bro. You need to get with other people, and you need to have a plan. Are you okay? I'm gonna head south. Some people on my story were like, "I'm gonna head south." Yeah. What happens if 95's closed? What happens when they put barricades on 95 and there's military checkpoints, and there's no internet for you to GPS? How you heading south? You know what I'm saying? I think a very strict self-evaluation of your capabilities and your capacities is very warranted. And then once you have that, then you can kind of decide, man, I need to get into shape. I need to stockpile. I need to coordinate with like-minded people. And
well, I'm pivoting a little bit off of like and I hear you and I agree. I think you made a great point on the benefits of stockpiling and preparing for that.
Yeah.
But I'm talking still more in the micro, right? I think getting in shape is good. I think being able to confront reality, not being these fucking fake. You know what I mean? A lot of people are in these fake fucking worlds. They're in fake worlds. They're in delusion. There's a lot of fucking delusion.
Yeah.
Right?
Worried about the Kardashians and shit.
Bullshit. Oh, it's junk food for your brain.
Yeah.
That's junk food. Straight up.
And in fairness, if you just listen to this shit all day, every day, it'll put you in a deep depression and that'll paralyze you. So
right, but there's an outlet. If you're uncomfortable, any type of discomfort is an opportunity for growth. All the pain that you feel within can promote growth on the outside, right? You feel like you're feeling like any type of like that anxiety and shit. You put that shit into motion, into action. That shit's that's fuel. That's you know what I mean? That's fire. That fire could burn you up, or it could fucking it could cook your food.
Big time.
You know what I mean? It could fucking keep you warm. That shit you gotta use it. Use that. But just sitting there worrying, I don't do shit.
Well, I think part of the worry comes from insecurity of how I would do if shit hit the fan. And that's kind of going back to what you were talking about before. Like, a wise man once told me that people are 14,000 times less effective in combat than they think they are.
Yeah.
And I can tell you this.
I remember I'd read that study. Right? And it's funny that you keep bringing it back up.
It's 1,400?
No, it's 14,000. I'm not Ben over here with his $12,000 shopping spree. He kept calling 1,200. Fucking Ben, you gotta get used to not being broke, kid. Shit. But the point is what it reminded me of was Candace saying that one study on Canceled Weekly.
Oh.
And how everyone's fucking like,
you made that study up, whore!
Yeah, basically like she's like, yeah, I read this thing about after a woman procreates on her next ovulation, this happens. We're like, whoa, that's crazy.
Yep.
And everyone's just like, slut!
Yeah. You just want to cheat on your husband.
All the girls,
like my ex.
I think that's what it is. It's insecurity. They just don't want it to be true.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's like for anyone, check out the Cancel Weekly page. Look at the fucking hilarious responses, and just think
It's not me. I didn't make this study.
She's not saying like this. That means the woman's gonna do this. Yeah. No, the woman needs to fucking woman up.
Woman up.
And be like, recognize this is what's going on.
Yes.
I have a family now. I have something more important. I got a good man. I'm gonna override that. We can override what our feelings. If we're just a slave to our emotions, you're a fucking slave.
Yeah.
You can override your emotions just because you're pissed off. If I'm mad, it doesn't mean I need to go up and fucking hit you.
Yep.
No, I think about that. We can talk it out. And you can grow even stronger from that type of shit.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think sometimes people like, well, I'll just throw money at the problem. Like, oh, I'll buy this big gun. All right, where's the safety?
Yeah, you got to spend some money on some fucking lessons.
How do you load the mag? How do you holster it? How do you clean it? What happens when it's raining?
Yeah, I have a friend who he trains people like to use firearms and stuff, like tactical stuff.
Yep.
And I think it's a little bit of bullshit. But
Sure.
he says an untrained person with a gun's more likely to hurt themselves than anybody
No,
else.
it's 100% true. Devin Mulchy told me that.
I mean, I feel like it's not that hard to point and shoot.
No, it's not. But what happens is like there's a home invasion.
Right, and then
You got the gun for the home invasion.
Of the moment.
And they pull the gun out on somebody and they never turn the safety off. And then they look at the thing and then they click the safety and they shoot themselves
in the head.
Yeah, like Cheddar Bob themselves.
Cheddar Bob.
Which, by the way,
R.I.P.
shout out to Devin Moultrie. Shout out to our boy Christian Gray. If you're here in Florida, you got two of the best firearms experts in the world that have come on the pod.
Military guys.
Hit them up. Hit up Devin. Hit up Michael Moore. Hit these people. Dude, these people are out there to help, man. First of all, it's fun. It's fun as hell to go to the range. You know, listen, if anybody...
It's a little loud for me. Okay? It kind of hurts. It hurts my ears a little bit.
The funniest thing too is like people who aren't pew pew people. They're like, oh, if there's a zombie apocalypse, I'm gonna get this gun. It's huge. No, you want a small gun so you can move. Smaller is better, man.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, I want the Rambo
Keep
gun.
that in your little boot purse. You know what I'm saying?
Mick sounded like a real vegan over here, you know?
Yeah. So listen, man. All I'm saying is this, folks, is like just imagine that this is America and it's 1930. And you've got hindsight 5 years up ahead. The world's going to be on fire. What would you do? What would you do? What would you do to prepare for that? What would you do to get yourself and your loved ones ready for that? How would you handle that time if you were an American in 1930 knowing that by 1935 the world is on fucking fire? And if it doesn't catch fire, guys, even better.
Yeah, great.
Great. But if it does... We tried to warn you. Yeah. We tried to make you money with mixed picks.
Like you said, you said, better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in war.
That's all I'm saying, people.
You know what I mean? Be prepared. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best.
Yeah.
Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. Make yourself fucking strong as possible, and in all ways.
This
you know
is
what I mean?
Great opportunity to be great.
Physically,
yes.
Mentally,
yes.
Every single way you can. And I think all the time that should always be your goal.
Stay ready so you don't got to get ready.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, make yourself and yeah, if nothing happens, oh well, then you're just a fucking even doper version of yourself.
Yeah,
that should be everybody's goal. We
like,
should
do
all
you
be
got a
trying
boog
to
bag?
go.
Like you talked about before. Like what's something like? Do you even have a boog bag? Like if the sirens go
a
off,
bug bag?
I call it a boog bag, but yeah, bug bag.
Why call it boog?
We don't need to get into it.
Okay.
It's 3-letter agencies. Don't want to hear that. So the bug bag, the bug out bag. If you hear the sirens, can you grab the bag and go? What's in that bag? Who has gold coins? Who's got something to protect the gold coins?
Yeah.
Do you got battle bars? That'd be great.
Yeah. Bro, I think the people heard I tried to be quiet, but I just housed two while on this program. Because I came right from two trainings here. Food.
You're gonna need protein, people. You're gonna need water, people.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, if they do,
you're gonna need freedom
I think
seeds.
they got to make a slick and thick battle bar.
I think so.
Now, if they were to do that, what type of flavor are you thinking? Like if we could create our own flavor.
A slick and thick flavor?
Yeah, when we start talking about slick and thick, it makes me start thinking like peanut butter and jelly.
Ah, I like that.
That's what I was gonna say too.
Peanut butter and jelly?
And whipped cream.
And whipped cream?
Yeah, a little like marshmallow or something.
Can we get a veiny peanut butter and jelly?
Now here's what I'm thinking. All right, because I've thought about this before. Because I'm talking about my personal taste as well. I'm thinking I want like almost like a salted caramel. You know what I mean? Almost like I want a little sweet, little salty. But I also, the thing that turns me on about the peanut butter and jelly is the jelly. I like the goo.
Are we gonna have goo on the inside?
I want goo
like
on
jelly
the inside,
donut?
bro. I want goo on the inside.
Yo, what about Dandy Donuts does that Staten Island where it's chocolate covered donut with the jelly on the inside?
That's not bad. That's
chocolate
not bad.
covered jelly on the inside.
That's not
It's
bad.
both slick and thick.
But now if we start talking donuts, now I'm like Boston cream's the best one.
And I do like creaming inside of things.
Yep, and it does kind of go with the slick and thick, sounding like a dick. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is just pop it in your mouth, bitch.
On the
Get it in
inside
you.
is the name of the episode now.
Huh?
What's up?
Goo on the inside. That's the name of that.
Goo on the inside. Yeah, Israel
We
and
all have
Palestine.
goo on the inside.
We're all made of goo. We're 70% goo.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, listen, man. That I think that's pretty much it, folks. Is like this shit can be overwhelming, you know, and this shit can be devastating. But this is a great opportunity to become the best version of you. Like the world is demanding, the future is demanding a better version of us. Because, frankly, this country's awesome. This nation's great. The
What do
people
you
in
guys
it are
want to
great.
be a part of? You guys want to be a
Yeah,
part of the
and it's worth
fucking
saving.
the downfall? You guys want to be the fall of Rome?
No, man. Hell no.
No, I want to build something better.
Yep, absolutely. It's worth fighting for sure. For sure. Yeah.
Hey, are we gonna have a guest today? Yeah. We are? Yes.
Oh, all right. Cool.
When?
All right, 3:15. Cool.
All right. So we'll have a guest for 15 minutes.
It'll be fun.
There's
We'll
no
go
point.
a little
I don't
longer.
think- I don't know if there's
We'll go to a little bit longer. Yeah. So that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it. I did one last point on that. Mick, you asked like what can people do to get ready? Well, the first thing is they have to agree or understand that this is happening and that these red flags are real. And our great friend Dan Holloway from the Drinking Bros had an unbelievable point that I want to reiterate. And he said, listen,
Talk to me.
you know, don't get into these dumb political arguments with people. Don't get into this bipartisanship, Republicans, Democrats, whose fault is it? He says, look, give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Say, all right, Joe Biden's not crazy. He's not trying to ruin America. They're not trying to demolish the economy. They're not trying to open the borders. They're not trying to do it. But if they were, what would they do differently? Right? So if you get rid of the blame,
Yeah.
right? If you get rid of the blame and you get rid of all that and you get rid of the, I need to defend my side shit. Okay, fine. They're not doing anything wrong intentionally. But what are they doing that we want to continue doing? What are they doing that if you were trying to destroy America, you would do differently?
I fucks with Dan Holloway.
I love Dan Holloway. I thought that was a brilliant point. And here's the thing, if you put
Fucks
it
with
that way,
Ross, too. That's the Drinking Bros.
Drinking
Shout
Bros,
out to
good
Drinking
dudes.
Bros.
Yeah, great guys.
It's our boys.
Yeah, great dudes. Hard as fuck seltzer. Love it. 8%.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
if you like drinking seltzer and you're not a fucking pussy.
all right, but you
know
got to
what
be
I'm
careful though, because them things,
Yeah, dude.
they get after you.
What are we doing it for?
We get after
What are we
you.
doing it for?
I'll tell you what we're doing it for. We're doing it for Colombia. Now you've been to Colombia before.
I have been to Colombia.
What can I
friend.
expect from Medellin?
So, we do when we get over there, bro. We're gonna have some.
Cocaine.
No pills and powders from Mickey G, bro. I'm sorry. And
Crack?
and you're out
Crack.
of the.
Only creatine.
Yeah, right. Yeah, true.
I would love some creatine, by the way.
You're retired from the cocaine.
I am.
You know what I'm saying?
Whiskey. I've used up all my whiskey tickets, and I don't ride the white roller coaster anymore.
Nah, bro. You gotta protect that heart.
Lord.
That's the sound your heart makes.
Christian,
when
can
it's
you
trying to
imagine?
breathe.
Can you imagine me? Can you imagine me about 8 Manhattans deep with an 8-ball of cocaine in
And
me
100 pounds heavier.
and 100 pounds
That's
heavier?
like a terrorist.
Like a fucking
Yeah,
rhino. That's
seriously.
why I say you need a rhino tranquilizer.
Yeah.
Every cop should have
It's
a
like
rhino
a-
trank on them.
I
If
was.
you've never
this
seen
kid.
Cocaine Bear, that's what it's like.
I haven't seen it. Is that a good movie or is this shit?
I haven't seen it either. That's just what I picture. That it's like.
That was, and I used to hang out in the village a lot. So yeah, I mean, cocaine bear. But dude, it was. I'll tell you what,
just out there slobbing.
it was a
knobs.
lot of fun until it wasn't.
Yeah.
It always gets to a point at the end of the night where no point. Like it's like fun, fuck
Yeah.
every night.
Just bad.
Fun,
There's a real.
fuck.
It's like you're like Wile E. Coyote walking off that cliff, where you take a couple steps, and you're like, dude, we're flying. This is great. And then he looks down and.
Yep.
What's that hangover like?
Oh, suicidal. Like actual literal suicidal because all your dopamine is like completely drained
Even
out of your
more than
system.
alcohol, right?
Oh my god!
'Cause you're
Like
doing
no, I'm
coke.
talking about, and I'm not like making a joke about
I don't
suicidal.
think it's even
like you wake up and you're
similar.
like, I should kill myself because your body has no serotonin, no dopamine, and you've completely like imagine your body has a certain amount of like serotonin and dopamine for the week, and on Saturday night you just take the next 2 weeks and just spend it. Now imagine
See,
how your body feels for the next 2
And
weeks.
people who are doing coke, they're annoying and they're like, they want to drink and they're doing like bad shit. Like if you do some like mushrooms, first of all, you're not gonna want to eat for a while, but then once you are gonna want to eat, you're like, oh, I want to have something nice for my body.
Yeah.
I want to nourish my body. I'm gonna have like a green juice or like what I mean,
Watermelon.
whatever. Yeah, something
Dragon
hydrating,
fruit.
Yeah.
something hydrating. You know what I mean?
It all comes down to the women. I wish that the women that I met early on were into mushrooms instead of into coke, because then I would have been into mushrooms and not into coke. I wasn't into it to be like, wow, you know what I like? Talking nonstop and annoying the shit out of everybody. No. You know what I like? I like going to the bar and having to shit every 15 minutes. No. What I liked is, damn, that bitch is fine. I'm gonna do a line off her ass later and then stick my tongue in it. Like, the snarfle will get you addicted.
You can't really do that with mushrooms.
Tough to do that with mushrooms, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Have you ever done a snarfle, Nat? I feel like you'd be a snarfle candidate.
No, I have. Is that Coke specific?
Yeah, what you do is the snarfle is she lays down in front of you, right?
Guys, pay attention.
Yeah, so Christian, this is the vagine, right? Right here. And my arms are her legs. And then you run a line from
Probably
the leg.
actual size to some.
Actually, yes. Mostly, like if her legs are bigger than this, you're having a bad time. So you run the line from here to the button, and then a line from here to the elbow, and you go nostril. Hey, how you doing? Now that's a pretty good Friday night. I don't know what to tell you. And as far as the heart's concerned, if you got to die of something, not a terrible thing to die of.
Not a terrible way to go.
Yeah,
Not a terrible way to go.
Even better then is like now here's the real problem that people don't tell you, because you've heard of whiskey dick, right?
Yeah.
Right? Coke is even worse. But there's there's a Shangri-La.
There's like a window.
There's a small
got a
window.
window.
A small but girthy window where you're numb and hard forever. Forever.
It's a window forever.
You're just numb and rocked up. You've hit the
forever
chemistry
window?
perfectly.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you're just like, you're legendary. Legendary.
But how long is the window?
Well, I still get text messages from some of the girls.
Well, how long is the window though?
Huh?
How long is the window?
Oh, that's the thing. You're constantly chasing it. You know, like
How long? Like
you don't know is what I'm talking about.
All right, so it's always different.
You're trying to
Well,
hope
what's
that
like
you got
the average? What's the average window?
Oh,
We talking 15 minutes? We talking 2 hours?
we're talking hours.
Hours.
Hours. But what I'm talking about.
so it's like where
the window is the drinks to the powder ratio.
Okay.
Is the small window. Little bit too much drinky. Little bit too much powder. Not enough drinky. Not enough. You got to hit the window right.
Right.
You know, or just don't do it at all.
It's not,
It's
there's
like
nothing
flying.
worse
It's
than-
flying too close to the sun.
Yeah.
You know.
Icarus.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, I'd say there's other things you could have a good time, not want to feel like you're gonna kill yourself the next day.
Yeah, like Blue Chew. I wish
Yeah.
that was around. I feel like that's
wasn't?
an easier way to get to the window.
Yeah.
Blue Chew, Viagra.
Don, we need a Blue Chew sponsorship, all right?
Yeah, and
I don't know if Gerard's gonna
and a-
pass the
and a
the-
pew
the
pew
medical
range.
test.
What?
But
What?
they're gonna be like, nah,
My heart's healthy
not
enough for
that
sex,
hard, buddy.
My heart's healthy enough for
Nah.
sex.
Nah,
Come on,
nah,
come on,
nah.
Christian, get over here. Let me prove to him that my heart's healthy for sex.
Fuck you guys.
That's what he's trying
That's
to do.
what we're
That's what
doing
he's
here.
trying to do. Yeah.
Nat, you never done the snarfle?
No, I've never done Coke at
Nah,
all.
you're a big
Nice.
druggie, aren't you?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, not really. Contrary to popular belief, I know this like bad girl image that I have going on.
Hell yeah.
I have not done most of it.
Rebel Nat.
I've never done coke either.
I'm
gonna wait.
Feel like you should not.
I feel like I should not either. Why? But why do you feel like I should not?
I think the sunglasses are as close to coke as you
Yeah,
ever need to come.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. I feel it.
I'll
Is
tell
that
you why,
it?
because people test you too much sometimes at bars, and you're able to really maintain your self-control impressively. That goes out the window.
You would put somebody through a fucking wall.
like
Yeah.
you
fast.
you go from being chill in those environments to actually looking for something. Like, yo, you fucking
Nah,
you
see,
fucking say something?
I don't think real fighters look for something. But at the same time, it depends on how disrespectful someone could be or disrespectful to my friends. But I go from the happiest, nicest guy in the world
Yeah.
to the fucking worst person you're ever gonna want to meet.
You ever see Richie Cognito out at the bar?
Yeah, yeah.
Tarts off, boys.
But yeah, I'm having a good time, everybody, just nice. And then if you're gonna trying to turn my niceness the wrong way,
Sure.
then I'm gonna become a fucking
Listen,
monster.
all I've ever heard from people that met him is that John Jones is the coolest dude you've ever met. And he's been arrested 3 times. All 3 times was enjoying himself a bit too much.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I don't want to. I'm not gonna try it
which is why
until maybe I'm like, no, if I live to 90, then maybe I'll pick up a coke habit. Because at that point, it's like, psh, like I tell my grandma, I'm like, do whatever the fuck you want.
yeah.
You're 88 and
Go for
you
it.
talk about wanting to die and shit. Like, fucking party, rock out.
Grandma,
have some fun.
Have you ever heard of a snarfle?
Yeah, she can be rocking them nursing
man.
homes, getting
We
passing
got-
around STDs
We
and
gotta
shit.
we gotta get Ben doing a little snarfle. 80-year-old snarfle.
Oh yeah.
Urban Dictionary says a snarfle is a sound that an adult pug makes when it breathes. So
G is kind of like he's like a rabid pug.
I'm
He's
more
big
of a
old rabid
bulldog. Come
pug.
on, I ain't no pug.
Maybe I don't have the exact dog vernacular down. Sorry
I'm a
to
bulldog.
offend, sorry
Yeah,
to
come
offend
on,
you.
little pug. Come
Sorry to
on,
offend you.
come on, man.
I've heard you snore though, buddy.
Yeah, it ain't great. It ain't great. Probably gonna kill me.
Where's your CPAP machine at?
No,
You
it's
got
next
one?
to the bed. I hate it. The
You don't like
No,
going to bed
man.
sounding like Darth Vader?
I'm such a badass Christian that no man can beat me. My internal organs beat me. You understand? Nothing external can beat me. I beat me. All right?
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. I bleed my own.
I'm so anti-authority. The doctor's like, you should lose weight. Fuck you. Now I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I'm gonna gain weight.
Yeah,
bitch.
how about that? GPS is like, turn right. Fuck you. I'm going straight. Should have asked nicely, GPS.
Yeah.
You fucking cancel culture hoe.
It would maybe like, did you ever think about turning right? You're like, that's a good idea. You know what? I like that idea. I like how we're doing this together.
Just a suggestion, turn right in a half mile.
Maybe if you want. If
There's
you feel
other
up to it.
options,
If you
but
feel
I
up
think
to
the
it.
best option. Okay, GPS.
I will take that into consideration.
I would pay $500 for that GPS.
Yeah.
I would pay a lot of money for that, like suggestive, submissive GPS. Make it like a hot chick's voice and be like,
I never put the
"It's
sound
coming
on.
up on the right, Daddy."
I never have the sound on the GPS.
You
Annoys
got
the
it,
fuck
baby.
out of me.
I'll make this right. I'll make this right so good for you, baby. You like talking with the GPS.
Yeah. Are you? Do you think you're easily manipulated by females? Because I wouldn't say so. But here you're talking about you developed a drug habit just to chase the girls around.
When I was younger, I was very much, I was very pussy oriented. When I was younger, I would do a lot of dumb shit if I thought that there was pussy at the end of the
End of the rainbow.
at the end of the rainbow. It's really all I thought about. It's all I went after. Like I 24/7. Like gotta slide through the okra. You know?
Run through the okra.
Gotta run through the okra.
Yeah.
After my last ex, and then COVID, I came out of it, with a completely different perspective. We've talked about it before, like, you know, and it's sex is easy to find, intimacy isn't, and I'm at a different like chapter in my life now where I think about all the money I spent and all the time I spent and how much I value my time and my peace.
That intimacy and like that connection. That's kind of that's like better than just fucking fucking
100%.
a few hundred bitches. You know what
100%.
I mean?
And the thing is too, you've done it, right? So like at a certain point, to me, it's like playing a video game that you've already beaten.
You already beat that game.
You know, and
Yeah.
I know what to do. I'll say some jokes. I'll make you look pretty in front of your friends, take you out, spend some money on you. You know, like, hey, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to go through the whole rigmarole. I don't want to spend those resources. And now, because we're so damn busy, my time, man, like having to go through those steps to take the time away from all the fucking, look at how busy we are.
Yeah.
You know?
It's good problems.
I mean, that's not to say I didn't do dirt in Dallas. I did.
Oh yeah.
But,
You want to talk about it?
nah.
I didn't think so.
But you should definitely go to Cowboy Red River. Cowboy
hear
Red
that,
River
folks?
is where it is at.
Yeah, it's flowing out there.
But look, I'm not breaking any news here. When you're on stage, it ain't hard. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
There's not.
But now, do you think there's like comedians who like their whole thing is like trying to be like cool and fucking get pussy? Like that's their whole like thing, and they could hold themselves back.
Most of them.
You think they hold themselves back? Like from
What do you
being
mean by
like
hold
truly
themselves
great,
back?
like not like maybe not going into their truth all the way because their whole game is just to facilitate pussy. Where instead, if they were like being fucking you know, like getting like
Jesus, if you
learning
want to
their
talk
own
about
voice
Matt
and,
Rife,
like,
just say Matt Rife.
I think he's killing it. I feel like he's killing it.
Because he's you if you were a comedian.
I think he's killing it. I think he's killing it.
So who wants to have sex with me? Ew, you think you could? You couldn't. You could. Just hit me up after the show.
I think Mick would be a better
10 million
comedian.
views. Mick's funnier than I am.
That's not true.
But maybe there's definitely like something to they act like they don't want to be liked, but a lot of comedians really desperately really want to be liked. And they'll say things.
A lot of people are like that, man. People who you know, it's like armor. You know? A lot of times people will act like the opposite of what they really are. People
Yes.
all the time, because it's like an armor to it. Where if
Yeah.
like they're like
Defense
I don't give a
mechanism?
fuck.
Like
I
a
don't give a
defense
fuck.
mechanism?
Yes, it's a defense mechanism. 100%. Exactly. It's you know what I mean? Like it's like I don't give a fuck, but really they care too much.
Like Michael Moore
they're
doesn't
fucking
give a
sensitive.
fuck if he gets into the Hall of Fame. But I feel like he gives a fuck.
I know he gives a fuck.
I'd want to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and he should be in the Hall of Fame. And yeah, he brought it up enough times that it's like, you know what I mean?
You know,
of course he does.
I'm not in my college's Hall of Fame, even though I'm probably the single greatest athlete to ever come out of it. Outside of your father, obviously.
Yeah, Kevin Gall
Pretty
still
good.
holding some tight end records up in that piece.
Your mom, great athlete at my college.
No, she was a good athlete in high school.
Oh, okay.
She set some records in high school.
3-time All-American, National Player of the Year, 10 college records, 3 conference records.
They
Not
might
in the Hall of
disagree with
Fame.
your political views.
I think that's exactly
that's
what
it?
Well, I do, 100%.
Really?
100%. 100%. I've said enough things about college as a scam where they're like, you don't get to be in our special museum above the fucking cafeteria.
What's the name of that cafeteria?
I'm sorry, it's a little off topic, but someone in the chat had a question. If you guys want
Go for it.
Yeah, what do they want to ask
let's-
Gerard?
No, it's for Mick. Where are some good sources for someone trying to get into Brazilian jiu-jitsu techniques and strategies?
Good sources. I would say your
Wait,
best...
hold on. Online or in person?
They didn't specify.
Not online.
Not
It's
online.
not online. Online is not the answer.
Really?
Fuck no. Of course not. Definitely not. It's like anything. Do we ever do Zoom?
No.
Because the connection is different. It's
trash.
You really wanna fucking learn something? You go and you show up. Just like anything. You gotta show up.
Great point.
And I'll tell you, walking in the door is the hardest part. The first day walking in the door is the hardest part.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I'm gonna go, it's gonna be uncomfortable. Everyone's gonna be fucking cool. I promise you. I promise you. Go to it. What I would say, and actually, I didn't want to be redundant because I've talked about it a lot, but I was asking you what you should do to like kind of, that's gonna force you to confront reality. You know what I mean? It's gonna make you go to a jiu-jitsu place. It's gonna do so much good for your fucking life, for your processing, for looking at things through reality, through real eyes, clear eyes. I would say check out any Gracie Jiu-Jitsu gym near you. I would say that's probably top of the tier. It comes all real Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. You know what I mean? It comes from the Gracies. I would check those out. You know what I mean? And then there's a lot of other ones as well. But I'll tell you this: if the person asking wants to shoot me a message on Instagram and tell me the schools they got around them, I'll tell you which I think is going to be the best.
You'll get them sorted out. Nice.
Yeah, I'll get them sorted out. I get anyone sorted out. I think it's great for you. I think it's great for people. I know some of the best people I know are people I know at the jiu-jitsu gym. You'll get some weirdos, but it's like anything. At the same time, we all also have, we speak the same language. You're learning a language, you're becoming more fluent in a language, and that language is a catalyst to truth, to reality, to self-improvement, self-empowerment, so many things.
I'll tell you,
just processing for your whole life. It does a lot, and it's a nice skill to have if some shit goes down. You know what I mean? You get to work out while learning a cool skill. So yeah, I think obviously I'm biased. I'm a professional fighter, but any martial art, I know it's helped me in my life. I've seen it help thousands of fucking people. Get into it. Do something. Do some boxing. Do some jiu-jitsu. They're gonna take you on slow. It's not gonna be crazy. You're not gonna get fucked up. You're gonna be all right till you're ready for it and you want it. You're gonna be asking, hey, let me roll. Let me roll now. Can I roll? You know what I mean? They're gonna take you along slow.
Well, I'll tell you, to amplify what you're saying, I couldn't agree with it more. As somebody that came to jiu-jitsu later in life than you did, and having to like kind of deal with that, like, oh, what's this gonna be like, trepidation. One of the coolest things about it is within a month, And the guy that could really speak on this is our buddy David Parr, because he was so afraid. He's a smaller guy.
Yeah.
And within a month, the first time somebody puts their hands around your neck or takes your back, you could feel your heart beating out of your chest. You could feel your breath going away, and it's panic. And it's not even what the person's doing. It's your own reaction to the stressor.
Yes.
And within a month, somebody's squeezing on your neck, and you're like, fine. You're just breathing through it. You're doing the next thing. I got to get the thumbs.
And then even if you don't get it and you tap out because you understand, like it's like hitting reset. I remember going to my dad, and I think I've told this before. I remember I told my dad in the beginning, like I was proud of it because I was getting comfortable in these uncomfortable places. I remember telling my dad, I was like, I had some good training today. I got tapped out like 8 times today. And I remember him looking at me like, thought you were like good at this. Right? And I am. I'm just, it's part of the process.
Sure.
That's even that part. Every part of the development, like, will get you fucking high. Like, it's you know what I mean? Like, that was fucking cool. I was comfortable enough to have, if this was somewhere else, they could have taken my life away.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
And because that's how you learn. And I remember going in there my first day. I was nervous as fuck too. I couldn't drive, so I had to get a ride from my dad. And I remember I was like talking, I want to do it. He was like, we found a place, and it was a Sunday, and he was like, all right, let's go. And I was kind of like, I was like how I said, it's hard to go in the first day. I was like, let's go next week. And he was like, nah, fuck that, we're going now. You're talking about this enough, we're going.
Big Kevin Gall.
Got me in the door. I never looked back there.
Yeah.
Never looked back. Been doing it all the time since then.
So the reason I bring it up, man, like, you're not going to be a pro fighter, probably, right? If I'm speaking to you and listening to this, you're probably not going to be a pro fighter. You're not going to be a world champion jiu-jitsu competitor.
Unless you want to be.
Unless you want to be. But I'm telling you, I got better in business. I got better in every other aspect of life by understanding how to handle high-pressure situations. There's nothing more high pressure than someone trying to choke the life out of you. And if you can then still stay calm and be able to process information through that, then on your day-to-day life, you're going to be able to...
Everything's going to seem less high risk.
You're less stressed, man. You're less stressed. Your body's good and tired, so you're not, you don't have all that anxiety. But also,
you'll drive home from the gym like...
Yeah.
Relax.
And you're like, there is a certain thing, and we are humans and we are animals, and there's a certain confidence and pride that comes from, I can protect myself if I need to. I can protect my loved ones if I need to. You see guys in the gym, the way that they walk in day 1 versus the way that they walk in day 90, day 180. They're taller, chest is wider.
Yeah.
They got their chin's up a little bit higher. Unless you can defend yourself or your family, you really can't call yourself a man.
And why would you want it to be in someone else's hands?
You know what I'm saying? And
you want it to be up to them or up to you?
This is not toxic. And this goes back to the very beginning of what we were talking about. It's the man's job still to prepare and protect. All right? They want us all to be weak and effeminate. They want us to be quiet. They want us to be silent and obedient, right? But the only people that can be peaceful are the peaceable. The only people who can be peaceful are the people who are violent.
Right.
Because then it's a choice to be peaceful. If you're incapable of violence, you're not peaceful.
Right.
You're docile. You're conquered.
Yes. You're harmless.
You're harmless. You're not peaceful.
Yeah,
you're harmless.
There's nothing admirable about it.
Yeah.
There's nothing admirable about it.
A poodle is not peaceful. It's harmless.
All right.
A Rottweiler can be peaceful.
Yeah. Well trained.
Well-trained Rottweiler.
Yeah. Two more things. Also, when someone's trying to choke you and you're trying to like fight for your life in these safe capacities, it's like therapy as well. Any problem you have that you've been dealing with goes out the window.
Gone.
You're not thinking about any of your problems.
I can't believe I'm getting divorced.
Yeah, exactly. If your mind's there, your mind won't be there. It won't happen. Yeah. Hey, Nat, where's the person asking from? Ask them where they're.
They didn't say. I think.
Yeah, shoot. Ask them. We'll see what they say, and then I'll see if I can help them out right now.
They said
Lay it down.
Later, Dom.
Any other sources to stack on top of training? I've been going consistently at least 2 days a week for 10 months.
That's
Just
awesome.
Started trying to compete. I'll ask where they're from.
That's sick.
Say that one more time, please.
They've been training 2 days a week for 10 months.
Great.
They're about to start trying to compete.
All right, I got something for that too. So remind my fighters this now, the guys I that like look up to me, that I help and or coach.
Yeah.
When you compete, it is an uncalm thing. It's high pressure. You're about to physically engage with someone. You're about to do combat, right? It's uncalm. If you can be calm in that uncalm situation. Now, I'm not saying you got to be all the way calm, like as if you're, chilling on the couch. But if you can just be more calm than your emotions are telling you to be, you will perform better. The more calm person, people think, get all psyched up, rah, 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 rah. This isn't football. This is more, you know what I mean? And even in football, I don't think that's the way. I think it's good. You gotta be up. The butterflies that you feel are gonna fly for you. Put them into order, and they will help you do things that you wouldn't think you're capable of. But if you can be a little more calm, you're gonna be a little more focused in, you're gonna see more, you're gonna be aware of more. You're gonna have more opportunity than the other guy. And you gotta remember, that other guy's gonna be uncalm as well. Because it is an uncalm thing. It's not fucking, it's not nothing. And anyone who feels those uncalm feelings or feels fear, everybody feels fear unless you're a fucking psycho. Everybody feels fear. You do, so does your opponent. And this is a custom auto thing as well.
You know what's amazing to me, hear you say this? I know a guy who was Empire State champ, New York State champ, second-degree black belt, and an Olympic alternate in judo, who told me the exact same thing before all my competitions. Because I would get all hyped up and all this other stuff. He goes, you're telling them that you're scared. Just be calm.
Yeah, I mean, get a good warm-up, get your body ready to fire and shit. But yeah, then you want to bring it down. Be calm. Be calm.
So it's the
you
quiet.
Get tired when you're tight. You get tired.
Yeah, he was like, it's the quiet ones you got to be on the lookout for. And that man, do you know who that is?
Nah.
Gerard Senior, Big Papa.
He's
said
right.
the exact same thing, man.
He's right. But Custom Auto talks about, and I mentioned it a little bit before, but like everybody feels fear, right?
Yep.
And he relates fear to fire, where fire could cook your food. It can heat your house, or it could consume you and destroy you. That you can allow that fear to just
people that don't know, Custom Auto.
For
people that don't know, Custom Auto is one of the greatest boxing trainers of all time. Trained.
And what was he?
Floyd Patterson, Mike
Tyson, but a few other guys, had a few champions, had the 2 youngest heavyweight champions ever. But what was different about him was he was very much on the psychological and mental aspect
Cerebral,
of fighting. Very much so. I actually have his book in my bag, but he talks about, it's a reality. If you had no fear, you just walk out in the street and get hit by a fucking car.
Yeah.
Because we have a fear and a knowledge, a self-awareness of to look both ways before we cross.
There's a book called The Selfish Gene, which is really great, and the idea is the paranoid survive. Like, why are we afraid of the dark? Because everybody who wasn't afraid of the dark got eaten by a puma in the middle of the night, and their genes never made it forward in evolution. Yeah.
People think fear is weakness, but it's not. It's a sign of intelligence.
Being paralyzed by fear is
where it's a weak. If you let it consume you, then it's a problem.
Correct. And I like that.
If you let it consume you, it's a problem. But what you do is, that's why I say confront reality. You recognize the fear. All right, what is this telling me? Why am I?
What's my next best move?
Yes. What is this telling me? So then you can harness it, and you can put that fear to work and make yourself even better than you were before. Because if you're hiding from it, that's no way to. Who wants to live hiding from shit? Hiding's no good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You
confront it.
You're at the mercy of somebody else.
You face everything in your life. Face head on. Face with some fucking balls and be be realistic.
Well, you know what? To that point, I'll give you the only other piece of advice my dad gave me before tournament competitions was you didn't drive all the way to Boston for somebody else to control the fight. Get your hands on them first and be aggressive.
Yeah.
If you're gonna go there, listen. The big thing about jiu-jitsu, I mean, if you're gonna do tournaments, you might fly all the way out to California. This thing could be over in 60 seconds.
Yeah.
So you go out there. You go out there and you be the aggressor. You set the tone. Right? What's your thoughts on like pulling guard and stuff like that?
I mean, if you got a great little guard game, go for it. It's jiu-jitsu. So another thing that's great about jiu-jitsu is you're not getting, there's no hitting in it.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people are scared and deterred by hitting. Some people, like myself, I like the impact. I like the fucking contact. So I like, also I like boxing and I like kickboxing.
And there's no lower half until you're years into it. You're not going to have to worry about somebody popping your ankles.
Yeah, I mean, people bring you along the right way. That's why I say, especially like a Gracie Jiu-Jitsu gym, I think the best gyms are learn everything from the beginning. Learn leg locks, learn all that shit.
Well, in tournaments, you're not going to be allowed to. Right?
Some tournaments. Some
tournaments, they let white belts do knee bars in tournaments?
I think some tournaments. I don't know. I don't know what the current state is. I know some do a lot, like the IBJJFs, they were not into it. But there's a lot of different tournaments with a lot of different rules.
Okay.
There's no like hard, fast rule. But so that I like when you learn everything from the beginning. Why? Because we're not doing this just to be a white belt. We're doing this to,
for life.
Amateur fighters, I'm like, don't do this to be an amateur fighter. Prepare to be a pro. So I think, you should do everything, but you're not getting hit. You're not getting, brain damage or whatever, you know what I mean? People are scared of. And that fear could hold people back as well. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So that's why I think jiu-jitsu is a
But
nice
I'm gonna
one
be
where
ugly.
anyone could do it. Anyone could do it. There's old people who start in their 60s and 70s and get a black belt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's people's favorite hobby. It's my favorite hobby. It was a hobby. It was therapy to me when, crazy things were going on in my life. It gave me a life path, and it gave me a lot of shit. I think, I want to give you the gift of the empowerment that you can gain from doing these martial arts.
Well, let me amplify what you just said there, because I think there's a lot of people who are like, yeah, but I'm too old. Well, I'm 30.
Nah.
Bro, Teddy Roosevelt was boxing when he was still president of the United States. All right? Like, I think Ed O'Neill just got his black belt. He's 65 years old, right?
I think he got it earlier. But he's still a practitioner, still doing it.
Mark Zuckerberg, jiu-jitsu. Elon Musk, the strongest minds in the world are applying this technique to help them, and they're not trying to become like world beater professional fighters. Imagine how busy Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg's schedule is, and they're still cutting out time every day.
Yeah, because they see the reward in it,
the value,
the rewards.
Yeah,
there's a lot.
Yeah, and it's for sure. I mean, yeah. Tactical awareness, this is, and women too, get after it.
I want all the females I know and love. I push to get into it, because there's positions, and if you're family members, you should do the same thing. Like if someone's trying to take advantage or hurt a girl or rape a girl, positions that you learn in jiu-jitsu are positions that you can subdue someone, control someone, or put them to sleep, break their fucking arm. You know what I mean? Like there's so many benefits. The benefits are endless.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the
good question,
idea,
buddy. Thanks for getting me.
What else you got? What else you got there? Not anything?
No, it just seems to be this guy talking about jiu-jitsu.
Where's he from? Did he say?
No, he didn't say. I think we might have lost him.
I gotta go do jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, he just had to run out. Good. Yeah. About that action.
What do you have any opinions up there in New York, Nat? One of the things shocking, kind of, and I understand the perspective that they're trying to get across, but sometimes activism does way more harm than good. The protests, the pro-Palestinian protests, all throughout the city this weekend. Did you see any of those where you were?
What's up with that?
It's tough. This is like an area that I'm not so familiar with. I honestly didn't know that the attack happened until like this morning. Mm-hmm. It's probably been a couple days. I can't really speak on this one specifically.
Interesting.
I haven't seen it so much.
And Christian, you have no idea what's going on in the house, right? You don't know.
No idea.
No idea?
No idea.
So does anything happening in the news or the world at large concern you at all?
I mean, yeah,
Not really?
yeah, but like I said before on one of the other episodes, I just don't. I don't know. Have time? Like, I don't know what it is.
Sure.
It's sad to say that I don't care, but I guess that's what guess that's really what it is.
Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. What would make you be like, oh shit, this is important?
It's not that I don't care. It's that I don't feel like I could do anything about it.
Sure.
So it's just reading headlines. And then there's so much misinformation and information on both sides that I just get confused. And then I'm like, I don't know which one to pick. So I just stay out of it.
We're inundated with propaganda nonstop.
I think that's what it is. It's not that I don't care. It's that there's just too much information. And which one do I,
That's kind of part of it, unfortunately. The idea is that they wear people out until people just are like, give up. That's definitely a tactic that's being employed right now. Is they just dump so much shit so constantly that people are just like, man, I'm out, I check out, and then next thing you know, you wake up and you're like, wait a minute, what's happened here? Why is gas $7? Why is airplanes $400 one way? Like these things.
Is gas digital $7?
I think it's $9.
I think it's $8.50.
$8.50. $8.50. Yeah, but like
it's the best deal in this economy.
There you go.
Yeah, it's no shrinkflation at gasdigital.com.